Hello, everyone, and we're very much sorry for the delay. Yeah, sometimes it happens when we work online. There might be some technical issues. Okay, so I would like to welcome all of the newcomers and first-timers today, and I would like to present to you our new product called Digital Guarantees, developed and launched by the company New Digital Evolution. And today I will tell you what product it is, why it was developed, and what kind of opportunities it offers. Let's go to the next slide and start with the presentation right away. Okay, then. As you can see, today we're going to talk about digital guarantees, which allow us, just with one click, get everything that we might need from the financial world, from the world of finance. And things that in the past we used to go to the bank for. And you know that over the last 2 years, banking guarantees were not that often issued to physical individuals and legal entities. And that's why we developed a product that aims to solve this issue. Let's change the slides and see what is in store for us. Well, first of all, for those who don't know me, I would like to introduce myself. My name is Emanuele Baroni. I'm the representative of the Ambassadors Council in Italy. I'm also a vice president in the affiliate program of Consumer Community NEEW. I'm also a project manager for the NDE, Certified Master Profit Coach, Genius of Finance host, member of the World's Generals for Peace, and a speaker and a private investor. I have been with this company for 4 years now, and I saw this company rise, and I grew with it. And I'm very happy that I have this opportunity to be in this company and grow and develop in this company. And I surely hope that you will feel the same and be able to enjoy all the opportunities that the company has to offer. And now let's take a look at today's agenda. I will tell you who we are, where we're from, what the mission of our project is, what we offer to our community. We will talk about the instruments, about our end users. We will tell you why digital rating is needed. And at the end, we will talk about creating new professions. And in the very, very end, we will tell you about business with NDE. So let's change this slide in all the rooms. And let's take a look at the history or how this product was born. On the slide, you can see the evolution of this product. And for that, we need to go back to 2011, when the Academy of Private Investing was established. And education is a crucial element of every person's life. And then in 2019, a Cryptounit program was born, and eventually it served as a foundation for our recent product, which is called Digital Guarantees, which was developed, conceived in 2021. And I guess here we need to look more into detail at what the Academy of Private Investing is. For that, we need to change the slides, and you can see that the Academy of Private Investing was founded in 2011, and here you can see a short overview of what the company does. So basically, it's a global online portal that has been in existence for now 10 years. It has more than 1,650,000 registered users from 176 countries. We have teachers with experience in investing and finance, and also we provide practical training in finance, investing, and personal growth. Also, we offer training courses, group sessions, one-to-one training sessions, and mentoring for those who are willing to take those courses. We also help all people willing to study in our company to do so in order to better understand what the Academy does. I would like to show you a short video. So let's change the slides, and I would like to ask the moderators to launch the video in all the rooms.
Academy of a Private Investor. Who are we? We are an efficient educational system in 21st century. And every day, we work hard to get better. We teach how to manage money, how to multiply it and use it reasonably. We give people a complete picture of finance and investment science, personal development and business in 179 countries around the world. We have created and successfully use a variety of programs and workshops that help dozens of thousands of trained and successful investors to enter the market. Our students become investment advisors, portfolio managers, and stock analysts. We train to find, analyze, and select tools for successful business development in 20 segments of market. We teach to create investment portfolios and manage it by applying gained knowledge in practice. We support the initiatives of our students and are always open to venture projects. We are ready to bet on the future technologies. We unite people and show the path to financial freedom. We develop you and guide to creation of a new reality, according to the concept of the new economic evolution of the world. Instead of asking, how much do we earn, it is much more important to understand how we should preserve and increase earnings. And we have answers to these questions. We are the Academy of Private Investors. We have updated our brand to achieve greater efficiency, global reach, and ability to share even more knowledge. For people. For you.
Well, I think you now have a clear idea why the Academy of Private Investing is needed. I think the most important thing that we get during the trainings is investment thinking or investment-driven thinking. You must have noticed what was going on, what has been going on over the last almost 2 years. And I think what is yet to come will surely make us change our way of thinking and turn it into an investment thinking, so that the money that we put aside for rainy day would multiply thanks to the investing. And I'm not talking about quick money here. No, I'm talking about long-term projects that will eventually produce a very high return and would help us live the lives of our dreams. And we all have our own needs, our own desires, but everyone should have investment thinking in order to be able to keep pace with times. And you must have seen that this 1-minute video, I think, showed you everything that the Academy has to offer to you. And its CEO has the goal to teach financial literacy to at least 15% of the global population. And now I would like to show you one more video and also to show you the main components or elements of investment thinking.
I'm Andrey and I'm here to present a new course called 8 Rules of Wealth. In this course, you will learn how you can use 8 fundamental rules to become rich in a very short time. What is true wealth? It can be compared to the 5 fingers. It takes 5 fingers to make a hand, not one, this, or that. In the same way, true wealth consists of 5 essential elements. Number 1 is health. To be rich, you need to be healthy. 2 is attitude. We need to develop the right attitude to yourself, to the loved ones, to people, to the city, to the planet, to the country you live in. 3 is emotions. One should always have a very high emotional level in order to develop the right attitude. 4 is financial independence. Many people aim for money, want to become financially rich, but you can imagine a man with one finger. He will be a freak, and that is why you need to develop harmoniously. And 5 is calling. This is what a coherent model of a rich person's development looks like. This is what you and I are going to talk about when we embark on 8 rules of wealth.
Perfect then. I think after watching this video, you might have an idea that everything is quite simple and they might seem even too simple. But believe you me, those 8 rules also of the private investor or 5 elements of wealth will be your door to the world of prosperity, happiness, and fulfilling your dreams. And it will all be available to those people who would like to turn their lives around. And in order to implement the new economic evolution of the world, we need to have certain habits. And today I touched upon one habit that we might develop thanks to the new project, the NDE project. But let's not go too far ahead. Well, as you know, in 2019, if we change the slides, we can see that Cryptounit program was born. This is a project which aims at providing innovative training program that provides everyone with the opportunity to learn and become a co-owner of the WCRU global portfolio, even with minimal investments. So crowd investing allows people to become co-owners, even if they don't have too much money to invest. And I think it's an incredible opportunity because even if you have a small number of tokens, you are already eligible to receive dividends or passive income thanks to our program. So let's see what has been achieved since 2019 until now. And this is very important to know because it is this information that served as the foundation for the development of our NDE project. So let's take a look at the timeline of Cryptounit program. So the program was launched on the 30th of March 2019. And at first, the portfolio was not that big. It was worth only $20 million. And gradually it started growing. Inside that portfolio, there are a lot of different businesses. And eventually, I think all of the difficulties will be in the past. I'm talking about the pandemic related difficulties, and all of the businesses will be in the portfolio, will be launched and will start yielding dividends. And let's see the milestones. Let's take a look at the milestones of our program. When the program was launched, it offered like coin points or token points. And those token points eventually were destined to turn into tokens. And all of it was implemented. But we should also remember that on the 8th of January 2020, the transition to the second part of the program development happened. And we have a certain program that we are following. And then in April, the start of the data migration to the blockchain happened. And it was a very important milestone for our company and for the entire Cryptounit program. And we set on a journey that would eventually bring us worldwide fame. In August 2020, we received the authorization from the Securities and Exchange Commission of the United States for the security token offering. Our company, UGPay Group, a Swiss-based company, now has the right to sell security tokens. Whereas previously the token's name was a CRU, now it has become a utility token, and there is one more token, which is a security token, the analog of a digital share, by which partners can become co-owners in the global portfolio. So on the 28th of January 2021, the new project NEEW is launched. It's a new digital evolution. So 34 people were involved in the development and launch of the product. Every person was responsible for their specific part of the project. And thanks to joint efforts, we came up with a beautiful project which will offer products both to individuals and legal entities. But I would like to tell you why it was necessary to develop this project. So what made us put our heads together and launch it? So let's see why the NEEW project was launched, and let's analyze the mission of the project. Let's change the slides. So you can see here the headlines of most of the many of the Italian newspapers, and most read Italian newspapers too. And those headlines are all say that the world has fallen prey to coronavirus. We're in a very difficult spot right now, and we're not talking about the physical individuals only, but also about companies that are undergoing crisis times. Many companies, because of the corona, has to shut down, dismiss their employees. And you know that in most countries, lockdown was implemented, which affected the lives of both private individuals and legal entities. And all of it eventually led to the fact that companies found themselves in deep crisis. They had to stop their production lines, and it affected the overall economy of their countries. What happened to physical individuals? Let's take a look at the next slide. So despite the fact that many people are hardworking, honest, and ready to do their job, they still lost their creditworthiness in the eyes of the bank. They don't have a good credit history anymore, and they cannot receive loans even for like not that expensive things, like inexpensive things. And those people want to work, they're ready to make their loan payments regularly, but because of the problems caused by the pandemic, many of them weren't eventually able to pay their bills and literally had a difficult time getting to the end of the month. So even if a person is an honest person, hardworking person, you will still have issues with taking a loan from the bank. The bank will ask for a collateral, for some kind of guarantee. And the requirements now set forth by the banks are too harsh. And according to those requirements, many individuals are considered not creditworthy or insolvent. And now that person might not have a stable job, a stable salary, and they can't get a loan in the bank. And all of it eventually led to us developing digital guarantees, which is based on a very specific or accurate control. So let's take a look at our mission together. So our mission is to create a sustainable and fast digital rating, both for individuals and companies. Because the only thing that we need to do right now to acquire goods or commodities on a loan is to be able to receive the banking guarantee. Or you have to pledge something as collateral if you want to take a loan. For if you want to buy anything that you need for your business, you have to pledge some property. It can be your apartment, it can be your house, it can be your car, but because people do not have such collateral, they become insolvent in the eyes of the bank, and they find themselves ever deeper into a very, very dark pit. Therefore, I would like to thank the group of companies Evorich for giving us the opportunity to develop a product that would come as a replacement for banking guarantees and would ensure full control of everything that we have. And it will all allow us to finally get out of this vicious circle of banking guarantees. And hopefully I will be able to tell you about our approach in the time allocated to me, about our project and product. And then there will be several more webinars which will give you more details about our project.
Well, let's have a look at the advantages of our system. The centralized trading for businesses. What does this mean? Look, here we enumerated a few advantages. They include no time losses, fast financial operations, security, financial effectiveness, and reliability. If I need to submit a lot of documents, the bank responds in 10 days or in 1 month or sometimes even 2 months after studying and reviewing all my documents. And within this time, I may lose my counterparty, as not all the partners are ready to wait for so long. Whereas here, having this centralized trading, by making one click, I can instantly see the status or the standing of the business or the person who would like to cooperate with me. This is very efficient system and at the same time very reliable. Therefore, the word security, which is linked to our project, NDE project. Now, let's move on and have a look have a look and compare the banking guarantee and our rating. Next slide, please. Here you see a good word that is bank. The financial world started because of banks. And here we compare a traditional guarantee. Today, if you want to get a loan, you are to provide a bank guarantee. In particular, in Europe or the United States, you are to have some criteria to be compliant with, and in case you are not, then you won't get a loan and you won't get any banking guarantee. And please remember that you are to use your property as a collateral for the amount requested as a loan. And at the same time, the bank requires a non-refundable fee that may vary from 2 to up to 15%, including insurance and something else. But in any case, this contribution, this fee, is not refunded. So it means you are to spend this amount to get a bank guarantee, and it will never be reimbursed. And the property you use as a collateral to say after 2 or 3 years, I want my money back. I can get this money back after 2 3 years, but it was not the same 1,000 as 2 or 3 years ago, because as you know, money tends to devaluate, and therefore I am at a loss. And it takes time to unblock the collateral, and the duration of the issue of a bank guarantee may be quite lengthy, from 90 to 120 days. It means if I want to sign a transaction, to conduct a transaction with any supplier, the bank will think really hard before it will be ready to provide a guarantee. Therefore, it is not convenient both for physical individuals and legal entities. In case I want to buy my apartment, or the companies specializing in imports, exports, and they need to buy the commodities, and the money is needed today, but the company has no time to wait. But if it has to wait, then it may lose the transaction, because it is quite unlikely that any supplier will be wishing to wait for another 3 4 months. The situation is really complicated, and if it is even aggravated by the lockdown, by the COVID-19, when you don't meet all the criteria to get a loan. Generally, out of 100 applications for getting a loan, on average, only 10% of applicants get loans. Only these figures actually are evidence that you must act immediately to find a solution that will change our lives. And let us have a look at what we propose, as the current situation is disliked by everyone. Let's have a look at the possibilities of application of our project NDE. Well, instant advice on blockchain certified digital banking, guaranteed instant electronic payments. You know that everything that is on the blockchain could not be amended, could not be changed or altered. Therefore, it is safe here, since we use the blockchain technology. I told you before about the guaranteed instant electronic payments. We may use the mobile app for this purpose. A bit later, I will dwell on it. So, these instant electronic payments will be guaranteed and safe. And a person who makes a payment should not worry whether the payment will be received or not. Blockchain certified digital guarantee, we may rent cars, equipment, and as well as raw materials, commodities, because everything we do in our lives, all those cases when we need money, what do? We work to get paid, and then we pay what is needed. But simply imagine that in case there is such a smart system that will allow you to be solvent, and at the same time you will get help through the bonuses, dividends, or the earnings after staking, the passive income that will be used to pay your bills, to pay the rental fee for your car or your loans. Look, it turns out that your salary is fully yours. All the costs and expenses related to your accommodation, to other services may be paid through staking. I can also enter into smart contracts with different companies, and thanks to the earning of staking, all this together, all this combined, will enable me to change my life, the level of my life, the standard of my life, and start living a life of my dream. I can use all these when I work with my suppliers, those who actually allowed me some delayed payments, 2-3 months delayed payments. But today it is almost not possible to get these terms and conditions, whereas a digital guarantee enables you to resume these terms and conditions. Today, we don't know what to expect tomorrow because of the pandemic, but the digital guarantee is a solution here. And we may get this possibility of paying later. And our platform could be used as well as on the app to be installed on the telephone, but I will detail it a bit later. Let's move on. Next slide, please. So here you see the digital rating innovations, and we are getting closer to the most interesting part. Why do we call it digital rating? Because indeed it is secure and a person may get access to it very quickly. And we drafted a list of registries. You may read them. So there will be a registry of governments, municipalities, and state bodies, a registry of banks, financial organizations, investment funds, a registry of enterprises or vocational training, and a registry of private persons, VIP club, who will get basic training. Therefore, we divide it to split into several categories so that a person may easily find what he needs, because in case we incorporate all this into one register, it would be a pure chaos. And you see that the last two bullet points, enterprises and physical individuals, which, and in brackets, you read vocational training and basic training. What does this mean? You know, we started from the Academy of Private Investor, and it is a must to have investment thinking. And you are to be aware and understand the digital world, crypto. This is a totally new universe. Unfortunately, today, there are very few professionals who are very good at these areas. Therefore, our decision is the following, that an enterprise of any type that is a part of our project, of our community, first of all, they are to take professional training and or vocational training. And by the way, we run this training on digital technologies, digital world. And this training could be available both to physical individuals and economic entities. And you remember that both the physical entity and any company of any form of ownership can get access to all those opportunities our company offers, our project offers. But to get this access, both physical individuals and corporations must take the relevant trainings. And therefore, first of all, training is provided, is delivered. Then we compile our digital rating so that suppliers and all the organizations that will cooperate with you, with us, will be able to review the rating and find out your rating and understand whether they can work with you or not, whether you are solvent or not. They can have a look at the history of your tokens. And meanwhile, we are going to be busy with training as it is really what is demanded and required. But let's discuss it in detail. So, what do we offer as the training program? Here, I'd like to take you back to the word announced before, reliability. This is a positive concept. It means that I may trust either a company or an individual. And in case you are truly solvent, the register will show this. And by being solvent, you may participate in a number of projects. You may get income through staking, in particular, when you will join our project at its first phase. Firstly, all our registers will be capitalized. It is required to ensure security and safety. So there will be the specific number of tokens to capitalize our register. And all these will enable all those companies in the register to participate in different tenders. Generally, tenders or biddings are accessible to large corporations as they have the funding and the relevant guarantees. But whenever you are in this register, you will be able to access those bidding procedures and tenders as well. And if you become a winner of the bidding, you may share or distribute the work between the companies in our register. We also get a possibility to get passive income from staking program, and the entire amount will be received every month until 2030. And this money could be spent on getting training in our company and to be registered in our register. All this is available until our back office of NDE is not open, until we are in Evorich back office. Next slide, please. Well, what is the register of companies? So this is a register to be used both by companies and physical individuals. You know that when there are two companies cooperating, they generate high sales. Another part, significant part of our register is companies and banks. I need the services, banking services, and I am to be collaborating with the banks. Therefore, with our digital guarantees, with one click of your mouse, you can get a rating of your counterparty. And you see that companies may cooperate with governments as well. And these are those possibilities or opportunities the project offers. I will not go into detail, but believe me, everything will run on blockchain and via smart contracts. But we will not pay our attention only to companies. Here you see that physical individuals may cooperate with each other as well as companies. Well, every day, if I see any house, I always pay my bills using my phone. I also pay my loan for this house. I also pay back a loan for my car. I pay for all those services that maintain the specific level or standard of my life. But having digital guarantees inside our project, we can get the following. By taking easy steps that we take when we pay for our insurance, for our loans, when we buy fuel for our cars. And look, if it is a habit, if I can pay out any deposit through staking in our app, when I can pay via the terminal, look, your life definitely gets easier and simpler. And I understand at this moment that I am to be a part of this digital world and get a part of a specific number of tokens. Because where is the difference of in price of money and tokens? Token prices always go up, whereas money devaluated. They lose their purchasing power. And we will discuss it at our next presentation, but you must understand it clearly. As this is a key to success. This is a very important slide for you to understand the uniqueness of our project. Those who are lucky to enter the project from the very beginning, he or she will be really a lucky one, as the first 10 million companies and 100 million physical individuals to become a part of our project. And earn under the marketing plan. Someone may say, I don't want to do something else, to do any other job. I want to be a client only. So anyway, you will have to do it. For instance, a company needs some commodities, and when suppliers request from me to submit a guarantee in exchange of the commodities, what will I do? I will get my tokens, will show them to my suppliers, and share with them about those opportunities the company offers. And believe me, all the suppliers will be in a hurry to become a part of our project and become a part of our register, as here they will find all those guarantees, required guarantees, and they may resolve their challenges. They will not hear no's from banks anymore, and it will be a great support for them paying their monthly bills. Even when clients miss the dates of their payments, you may always overpay it by using the passive income from staking. And therefore, I believe that companies will not even think a lot whether to become a part of this community or not. And you see that the turnover of physical individuals from training of physical individuals will be 25 billion, whereas the turnover from the training of companies will be 112 billions, and the volume of tokens between companies, I believe that it will be over 800 billion. You see, the figures are very solid and high, and they will be earned or generated by means of this service, and we may help 40% of the companies, and over the time these guarantees will be issued quickly, and they won't cost as much as bank guarantees cost, and the volume will increase daily, monthly. And I think that we all will get our dividends that will cover our training costs. Today, I'm telling you about a totally new world. And here you see very interesting information that is creation of new professions or new occupations, because the new digital world needs new professions. The first one is the informer or a signaler. So the next one is a digital seller, a professional seller trained in the sales of NDE digital products. And he will carry out this job in our company. And the third occupation is a digital manager. He will be in our register, and he will pass an exam after his training and will work with the companies in the back office of NDE. Therefore, let us have a look at how these two occupations look like, what they are about. Well, to become a digital seller, you don't need to get a university degree. 5 years study in university to get your degree. I will repeat that he is a professional salesperson who joins the company, closes a training contract, and registers the individual and the company. And I think that this is an occupation of the future, as there are a lot of companies, physical individuals, who may be wishing to join our project. And I can assure you that a person who is employed as a digital seller will surely earn a decent salary. Next slide. And let's have a look at the requirements to meet to become a digital seller. Well, firstly, to take a training course for digital sellers, and secondly, to be registered as an individual entrepreneur. I think that in your countries, in your regions, a self-employed person may be called in a different way. For instance, in Russia and former Soviet Union countries, they are called individual entrepreneurs, and therefore you must be registered as self-employed so that you may report to the tax authorities about your earnings and incomes. And for us to be able to pay out your salaries, it will be done subject to your invoice or the act of completed works and services. So now let's have a look at another occupation, and this is digital manager.
And here we can see the digital manager. So I would like to have your full attention, because not all digital managers are the same. We have split digital managers into two types. So we have list A, which does not include activities relating to third parties. It's people working in their own back offices or the back offices of their companies. And those companies, you might remember, can work only for their own benefit, not third parties' benefit. For that, we have list B, which allows managers to work for the benefit and on behalf of third parties. But in this case, you need to be an individual entrepreneur or to own your own business. And this list is split into 5 more categories. So we have 5 different sections. The first section, the first category, allows digital managers to use digital guarantees for family, household-related activities. And then we have the right of use for individual entrepreneurs, then LTDs, joint stock companies, and group of companies / holdings. And I would like to remind you here that those who take the training of a digital for the to become a digital seller, and then based on their score after they take the exam, a decision will be made whether they can work with individual entrepreneurs, LTDs, JSCs, or holdings. In other words, it will depend on the score that you get after taking the exam. So everything is in your hands. All the sellers that successfully take the exam before the back office is published will get their training for digital manager. So you will not only make money with this project, but you will also get an additional bonus. you will be able to receive a new profession that will be of great use to you. And as soon as you take the exam, pass the exam, you will be included in our registry. And it's the registry of new professions, which at the moment are not yet, does not yet exist, but it shall. Let's go to the next slide. And here we're going to talk about training. Today, I already touched upon this topic, but the training, in our case, has certain features, specifics. And I would like to remind you that private individuals will have one kind of training, and legal entities will have their own training plus a code. So what is the essence of the training? It's NDE training course consisting of 15 sections, and each section will have 4 lessons. Overall, we will have 60 lessons. So let's take a look at how we split those sections. Here we start with private persons or individuals. Okay, now here you can see 2 types of trainings, a standard training and training plus. Also, you can see the cost of those trainings. And I think this is quite a low cost. And very soon, the price will grow. And if I were in your shoes, I would hurry up and buy it right away. So standard training for $100 allows you to use guarantees for personal purposes. And it means that you won't be able to involve banks into your transactions. It's a P2P, a client-to-client transaction. As for Training Plus, which costs $400, it allows you to use digital guarantees for personal purposes, but also you will also learn the rules that will help you, that will allow you to use bank instruments and financial organizations instruments. If I take standard training and then I need Training Plus, you will have to pay the full cost, so you won't be able to pay the difference. So I suggest you go for the complete training, the Training Plus right away, and save your $100. Because this is very important to start with at least small steps, maybe with a small number of tokens. Start creating your rating. Even if you have like small kids, you can start creating your rating right now, and by the 18, by the time your child comes of age, you will already have a considerable rating, and plus that rating gives you access to almost anything. This is quite important, but this is just my advice. It's up to you to make a decision. So let's change the slides and see what kind of training we have for companies. And here we have 4 different sections. The first section was available to physical individual, whereas here we have Training 1 for individual entrepreneurs and specialist free professions. Training 2 is for LLCs, LTDs, and consortium companies and associations. And Training 3 is for joint stock companies. whereas training 4 is a comprehensive training that covers all previous trainings, and it costs $25,000, mainly aimed at holding companies and group of companies. And you can buy that training in installments too. For example, if you are a limited company, you cannot you should not buy training that is below your level. In other words, if you are an LTD, you cannot buy the training for $2,500 because you need a higher level training. So how much do register codes cost? Remember, we take the training and then we need to receive our register codes. And here, codes were split into two types. Before the back office comes up, the registration will cost $2,500, plus you will receive income from staking. So you will be receiving monthly reward for staking until 2030 or 2020, December 2020, and then when the back office is up and running, then registration, there will be different variants for registration, and it will be for $500, $1,000, $5,000, and $10,000. But the caveat here is that you won't be receiving any reward for staking. In other words, to get access to the digital guarantees, you need to be added into the registry. But you don't have to go there to be included there. But if you are, you will have certain security, certain reliability or confidence. You will instead of receiving rejection from the banks, you will receive acceptance from the bank, approval, because you will be in that rating. And that rating can be checked with just a couple of clicks. And it will provide certain security and reliability. And on this slide, we have arrived to our bonus plan or marketing plan. So this slide or this information is about how to make money with us. Today we mentioned several back offices. Right now we're working in Evorich back office, and we will be using for now Evorich compensation plan. And the marketing plan slash compensational plan is for now the one developed by Evorich. But here you see what kind of awards or bonuses we offer to our digital sellers. And this bonus plan, marketing plan, will be launched together with our back office personal account. So at level 1, if I'm a signaler and physical individuals and legal entities register into my first line, I earn a certain commission. If I'm a digital seller and I close the deals with other entities, they get 7% under the marketing plan of Evorich. And as soon as our new back office comes up, the new compensation plan will be applicable. So just look how much a digital seller can make every single day if they close deals and if they do that work and they meet companies and close those deals. Just imagine if I close 2-3 deals a day, how much I can make. So let's change the slides and see here. So basically, we calculated the remuneration of a digital seller. So 7% from 2,500 is 175 USDUs. And that remuneration, that bonus, can be as high as 1,750 USDUs, which is 7% from $25,000. So if I'm a seller and I close the deal for $5,000, then I get 350 USDUs. But again, it will be possible when the current back office is when the digital guarantees back office is launched. For now, it's 350, but with the launch of the digital guarantees back office, it will be $600. So basically, the remuneration possibilities here are immense and will allow you to live the life of your dreams. Now, I would like to ask you to change the slides, because when I opened or revealed the potential of this project, I decided to develop the strategy for success. So what do I need to do? First, you have to join the community, and then the next steps are reserve a code assigned after you take the test. Then you purchase the training, you undergo training, you pass the exam, and you create a digital rating, which is minimum 3 to 6 months. Then you register a company in the register with an assigned code and start activities in the community. So the more people you get involved, then the more people will be able to exchange guarantees. And then the next milestone is success. Digital guarantees are issued and money is received from the banks. So this is just the beginning of the new economic paradigm that will become our habit eventually, our everyday life. So, and I would like you to stay for a couple of more minutes, and I will show you 3 more slides. Here we're going to talk about one thing which really caught my eye. So here, could you please change the slides? Thank you. Here you can see 2 staple foods, rice and bread. One part of the planet has bread as their main food, and the other part has rice. So, and I took some of the global average prices for those products. So don't be picky about the particular figures. It's a global average. So 2 years ago, 1 kilogram of bread cost $3.2. And if I wanted to buy bread with crypto units, back then in 2019, I would pay 2,206 crypto units. As of 2021, I would need 2.9 world CRUs. And on condition, at the current price of WCRU of 40 cents, then you can see that in 2023, the projected price of 1 kilo of bread is $4. And the world CRU by then would cost $114. So, and I would pay 0.03 tokens for 1 kilo of bread. And the same rationale applies to rice. And this is something that I guess every human needs, either bread or rice. And unfortunately, the price for those products grows every year. But if you take a look at the number of tokens or the amount of tokens you need to buy the same amount of products, it decreases. And let's take a look at the next slide too. And we took here other items for comparison, which are directly related to investing. So the first item is gold, and the second one is a Ferrari. So why did I choose Ferrari? Not because I'm Italian, but because Ferrari's shares are a good collateral for banks, and the shares price goes up all the time despite all the crises. And the figures that you see on the slide are real figures. In 2019, 1 gram of gold cost $40. In 2021, it cost $55, and in 2023, the projected cost of 1 gram of dollar is $75. And the same happens to Cryptounit. The number of crypto units I have to spend to buy 1 gram of gold is decreasing all the time. First is 27,500, then it's 137 WCRUs, and then eventually it's 0.65. And I would like to, could you please go to the next slide? Thanks. And here we can use the example of either rice or bread. So basically, if today our crypto unit or world CRU costs 40 cents, I would buy with 9.3 crypto units, I would only be able to buy 1 kilo of bread. And in 2023, with the same amount of tokens, I would be able to buy 286 kilos of bread. So just imagine if today I have $1,000, $5,000, $10,000, doesn't matter. In 2-3 years, with the same amount of money, I will be able to buy less or fewer products. We're talking about fiat money. And it's completely the other way around with crypto, with tokens. So with the same amount of tokens in 2, 3, 5 years, I can buy 10 times more products. And it should become your habit. You should bring as many people as possible to us, and together we will change the world. This instrument will help us guarantee the security, safety, prosperity, both of individuals and legal entities. I would like to thank you for your attention, and I hope I'll see you on the 3rd and 4th of July in Italy. And those of you who cannot attend the event, we have online streaming tickets where we're going to tell you about the recent updates about NDE project. You will see there some products that will leave you literally speechless. And those of you who are able to see that event with their own eyes or attempt in direct streaming, believe you me, your life will never be the same. And I will be waiting for you at our event in July. Have a nice day. And if you are planning to have your lunch, then have a nice meal. Or if you're going to bed, good night. Bye-bye.